time for winners and losers. Let's go around the table. Mary.
Okay, my winner for the week is Governor Larry Hogan, because he has sort of been dancing around the topic of Trump. He's been reluctant to endorse or not endorse, and he came out today finally, according to the Washington Post, and said that he will not be voting for Trump. So he's a winner, in my opinion, for finally coming out and saying that. And the loser is Trump, because of his insensitive and bullyish comments about the Indiana judge who is overseeing the Trump University case. It's just ridiculous.
Jim?
Okay. So my loser is Bernie, and I don't think we're feeling the burn anymore, unfortunately for Bernie. He's lost I think the race, regardless of whether he's admitted it or not. He's lost the race. I have two winners, and those winners are two companies. They are JetBlue, who after this crisis on Orlando offered free flights to those relatives and family members that were flying in to essentially mourn and you know, be with their families, and also Chick-fil-A, who opened up on a Sunday in that area and fed the volunteers, fed the first responders and others, so that they could continue on with their job. And neither of these companies, number one, these companies have done this many times in the past. Number two, they always do it without expectation of a lot of fanfare or a lot of applause. They just do it because it's the right thing to do. And I'll tell you what, it will affect my buying habits with them in the future, and I'm sure it will others.
Yep. Henry?
For me, post the event, I'm going to say it was the city of Orlando. I know a lot of people who live down there and people who live in the community. The way the community came together and bonded, the way that they, you know, as you mentioned about Chick-fil-A and JetBlue stepping up to the table, but just the citizens of that community came together, you know, cry out, well, we need blood. There's lines of people around the block to give blood. Right. Okay? Providing whatever type of means or support that they could provide to not just the emergency personnel, but to the families, and provide comfort in the community. I think the city of Orlando is really a good testament of what the American people is about.
Amen.
For losers, unfortunately, I just go down I-4 a little bit to Disney and the tragedy that struck with the young child that was attacked by an alligator and dragged under. I know the Grand Floridian, where it occurred, and you know they were up close to the beach. But I would have to say that, you know, Disney needs, yes, they're wild animals and they're out there, but how they allow them to be in such a public location that it could that alligator have access to a family. Right. You know, the family was splashing in the water. That's a big no-no. But still, my condolences go out to the family for the losses. But you know, Disney needs to be a little bit more diligent in how they protect their people.
That's very heartbreaking, because I couldn't imagine what those parents went through. And both parents tried to open up those jaws of the alligator and just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So my winners are the firefighters, first responders, police officers for the Orlando to respond. They did their job. Yes, they took precautions, but our hats off to them. Losers are the Democrats in Congress who, in a moment of silence for the victims, started uprising because of gun violence.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Democrats need to wake up. We're going to wrap it up. Up next, Fast Five. Stay tuned.